Hey everybody, it's Molly again. I wanted to come to you today. I wanted to do a YouTube video, but I wasn't real sure what I was going to do it about. I've been struggling with this for a couple of days, not wanting to come at you with the same old thing or with the same old lesson. And you all know that YouTube, or I'm sorry, Facebook is now has this whole live streaming thing going where you can get on there and basically talk to people either on your Facebook and share or in your group. And in most cases, that's what I do. I share in the group. And this morning was, had a pretty hectic week last week. And I really need to step away from a lot of things this past weekend, which I did. I just kind of took a chill pill and said, you know what? I just got to step back and get some new direction and just see where I'm supposed to go with everything. And so I get up this morning and start the coffee as usual. Life without coffee is not a good life. And so this morning it was going to be one of those easy mornings with oatmeal. Now oatmeal doesn't normally bring all that direction into my life. I normally is gone before it has a chance to even make a definite anything in my life. But this morning, it was a little bit different. This morning, I was kind of wrapped up in a couple of different things. I knew I had orders to deliver today to my customers, and I knew I had phone calls to make, and I knew I had emails to do things, and I was just like going crazy with going all over the place. So what happened is I got my oatmeal, put my little bit of sugar in it, got some hot water out of my water cooler and, I'm stirring it, you stirring it because you're trying to get the right consistency, You know what I'm talking about? Like, you don't want it too thick. You don't want it runny and thin. You don't want to drink your oatmeal, but you don't want a big globby mess either way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. So I had it perfect. And something happened, the phone rang or something, or maybe Lee wanted me. I can't remember what it was. But regardless, I ended up setting my bowl of oatmeal down. Now, let me be clear. You should never set your bowl of oatmeal down. You should always carry your bowl of oatmeal with you because when I got back from just a little while, came back and picked up my bowl. And when I went to pick up that first spoonful, let me tell you, it was like one big globby. Everything was coming out of the bowl. The spoon didn't want to let go. It was just nasty. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I just left it for a little while and look at it now. Ah, nasty. And it hit me. How can oatmeal help us in our life, in our business? Well, let's be clear. So it reminded me, people start their businesses and they're gung ho. They really want it. They can't wait till they get their starter kits in. They can't wait to get those products in their hands. They can't wait to start sharing, and something happens to distract them. And what do? They put their business down. They put it down, they set it down, they're not looking at it, they walk away from it, they go do 50 other things that they deem more important. And this could be anything in your life. This could be a goal that you set up for your life. This could be a project in your job. But in my case, it was about the oatmeal. But when I compare it to the job, what happens? They just let it sit. And I thought, that is so much like real life. I mean, I know I teach you guys all the time that owning your own business is just like real life. I'm telling you, it is. It's like oatmeal. People leave their business just sitting there. They don't put their orders in. They don't make their contacts. They don't do follow-up. Matter of fact, most of the time, they probably don't even have their brochures or the right pamphlet material. They don't know what's going on. And then they want to sit there and they come back and they go, why isn't this working? I don't understand. How come nobody's buying from me? How come this just didn't take off by itself? That's kind of what I was thinking about the oatmeal, okay? It was nasty. your business will be nasty if you do not give it attention. See, if I had just carried that oatmeal with me and I had just kept stirring it, and taking a little bite of it and stirring it and talking and taking another bite of it, or added a little bit of water to it. Maybe it was getting a little bit thick, and if I had nurtured it to keep it exactly where I wanted it, or maybe it was a little bit cold and I wanted to heat it up, or if I had just added the right stuff to it and not just left it sitting there, that oatmeal could have been perfect. But now, instead of my oatmeal being perfect, now I had to put more into it. Man, I didn't know whether to just trash it. And I thought, well, I don't want to throw the oatmeal away. I mean, oatmeal costs money. Do I trash it or do I try to bring it back to life? Now, I knew it could take some effort. So, you know what I did? I went over and I got a little bit of hot water and I put it in there. I got just a peck more of sugar and I started stirring it. Stirred it back the other way. Went back over it with the spoon. Did this. Before I knew it, my oatmeal was back to almost where I needed it to be in order for me to enjoy that awesome breakfast and make it do what it was supposed to do, which was fill my tummy up. Thank you very much. A great addition to my coffee in the morning. So let's relate this back to your business. Let's talk about it. Oatmeal's here. We all know about the oatmeal. Now, see, you will never eat oatmeal the same again. You know it and I know it. You'd be thinking about this talk you just had with me right here on this video. You're going to be like, oh my God, Miley said eat my oatmeal now. That's not really what I want you to get out of it, but definitely eat your oatmeal when you're supposed to. People seem to have this big issue with when something happens in their life, the first thing they do is put their business aside. The first thing they do with this one thing that they believed not too long ago, that if they spend enough time on it, it could change their life. It could help their financial being. It could give them self-confidence. It could give them something of their own. It could maybe help their kids with money because they want to be part of a sporting event. It could be all these things, but see, what happened is they got it in and they set it down and they started throwing newspapers on it and old schoolwork on it and coats on it. And before you know it, they didn't even see the business because they just covered it up with everything else because, oh, it was so easy. Then they start cleaning stuff off and they say, oh, my business. Oh my gosh, what happened to it? I lost customers. I don't have as many teammates anymore. Oh my goodness, I can't hit those goals that I set for myself. But I thought this business would work itself. In my business, I've heard time and time again, and I was guilty of it in the beginning too, saying Avon sells itself. Truth of the matter is, that's the biggest farce out there. I have never once been able to take a brochure and just slam it in the middle of the road and go forth and sell yourself, dude. I ain't never seen that happen. And if I did, I would be scared if it jumped up and started selling itself. Let's be clear. But what I do know is, because my company is such a well-known company, that if I take what I have, the information I have, and I share it with people, and then I follow up with the people who said they were interested in something I have. If I follow up with teammates, if I give them the information that they need, if I stay on top of it, and again, what do I always say? Work it into my life. If I find a way to work this into my life all the time, this can grow. It doesn't have to grow during special points of the day. It doesn't have to grow when I select these 3 hours to work the business. It grows because you incorporate it into everything you do. Are you going to the store to pick up a prescription? Make sure you got what you need to share the opportunity. Are you going to your kid's soccer event? Don't forget to take that bug spray with you. Don't forget to take those brochures with you to share to the other moms and dads that are there. Are you going to the bank? Let's just say, don't even think about where you're going. Do you have your person prepared? Do you have something that says that you are Avon or whatever company that you are representing? Do you have something that says, this is what I do? Is it on your vehicle? Is it, are you leaving flyers places on the community bulletin boards? Or are you letting it just sit in a corner by your desk, gathering dust on a table with dirty clothes on it? Are you just letting it sit there and thinking it's going to move itself? It's not going to move itself. It takes a battery pack behind it. In newsflash, you are the battery pack. You are the spoon in the oatmeal. You are the guarder, the person, the guard of the business. It's up to you. You're the CEO of your business. You are the person, the follow-up person of your business. It is all up to you. And if you do not nurture it, if you do not give it the attention that it needs on a consistent basis, it's going to be nothing but a dried up bowl of oatmeal. That's what it's going to be. You are going to try to get the spoon out of it, and it's not even going to come out. And then you're going to want to say, what happened? This is lousy oatmeal. No, it's not. You left it alone too long. You can't do that. You can't do that in your business. You can't do that in your life. I mean, look, we can relate this to so many things in life. If you're in a company and you want to move up, if you don't do the actions consistently to catch the eye of that boss, of that CEO, of that supervisor, whoever, that shift manager who sees what you're doing, if the actions are not there, there is no way possible that you're going to get what you want. Just saying that you want something is not going to get you there. I wanted smooth oatmeal that was exactly perfect, but I didn't do what I was supposed to do to keep that oatmeal where I needed it. If you don't work your business every day to bring forth what you want out of it, then it's not going to. Don't be the person that every time something happens in your life, the first thing to go on the back burner is your business that you're trying to build up, that you're trying to have something that you're proud of, that you're trying to say, you know what, I know I can do this. I believe in the product. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in me. If you're looking for that self-confidence and you think Avon could be a stepping stone for you, let me tell you something. It is not going to happen when you keep laying it to the side, putting it on the back burner, when you don't know what the next step is because you're not even standing close to it to take the step. You have got to pay attention to what's in front of you. I've said it many times. When things have gone wrong in my life, and believe me, that is many, many times, I'm still here to tell you about it. But I can give you numerous examples, like I have in numerous other videos and speaking live, that when things have gone wrong in my life, the one steady that I have had, that I have been able to grab a hold of and control, and feel like I could put something into it and I was going to see eventually the fruits of my labor, has been my business. It has probably been, besides God, it has been the one lifeline that is pretty much consistent, that I can wrap myself around and say, I can control this. When people in your life are not being what you want them to be, don't worry about them. If you know you're doing the right thing, work on your oatmeal, work on your business. Make sure that you're doing what you should be doing in order to produce the perfect bowl of success that you are striving for. Because when you leave it alone too long, you will have nothing but lumpy oatmeal. Ew. Yeah, not good. And for those of you who don't like oatmeal, do not ruin my plan here. Pretend you do. Pretend you love it. Pretend that you can't wait to have great oatmeal. And then apply it to your life. That is my message to you today. I don't know how in the world oatmeal became a part of it, but there you go. It's your lesson for the day. You have a great day. Pay attention to your business. Be the successful person that you want to be only by putting in the actions that you should put in. You ain't getting it any other way, Cupcake. So until next time, you know how this ends. Onward, no matter what. I'll see you then.